to bring in some of the economic aspects of it. Dr. Jaijit Bhattacharya, if you can perhaps spell out for our viewers, what opportunities does this port open up for India at large and our position in this particular region having this capability besides Colombo?
To answer that, let me put a few numbers in perspective. So this ship that came in that Commander Bhushan was talking about has at one shot 25% of the total capacity of the Vizhinjam Port. So that much could be handled in one single ship and the port could take it. So right now it's the port is supposed to handle about 1 million TEUs, which is 20-foot equivalent units, which is basically a size of the shipping container, which is a 20-feet container. So it can handle, the ship can bring in 250,000 such TEUs, and the port could handle it. The port has been designed for 1 million TEUs, and over the next few years, it'll scale up to 5 million TEUs. That makes it in the top 30 ports in the world. And along with it, if you see the other ports that are coming up, that again, the commander talked about, that will really open up the transshipment business within the country and will stop being dependent on other countries. Now, which are the other countries that we are largely dependent on? Clearly, the first one is Colombo. The second is Singapore. And between the ports coming up in Nicobar and the ports that we just talked about, will we really need Singapore after that in that sense? So the need for Singapore diminishes from a shipping perspective. Similarly, the need for the Colombo port diminishes, which has a significant economic impact on Sri Lanka also, because the port business is one of the key revenue earners for Sri Lanka. So it'll have a significant impact. It also protects India from the influence of China, which has been trying to play the string of pearls strategy, essentially trying to alienate the neighboring countries of India and put up a Chinese base in all of these countries. So with these ports coming up, it creates an economic buffer for India and protects India from all of these external influences. And third, the obvious answer also is that the rate at which India is growing, we badly needed more ports. We badly needed to execute. And the good story is that we are following up with that execution at a scorching pace. We have been able to create these ports, which a lot of people had been saying that that's not possible. India can't do it. India doesn't have enough deep waters. And then once we started building it up, there was huge amount of resistance in terms of environmentalists and activists and NGOs talking about how much damage it's doing. How about the 200 or 250 fishermen who will be impacted, and so on and so forth. We have been able to overcome all of this in a democratic fashion. We have been able to overcome all of this in a very transparent manner, taking care of all the concerns that have been raised, and still able to manage and create a very, very large port and a deep water port, which is able to host the largest ship in the world. So clearly we have been able to overcome all of the issues in a very democratic manner, set up an infrastructure which is world class, and demonstrated within 6 to 7 months from the time it was launched, that the port was launched, that we are able to handle the largest ship in the world. And I think post this, the next set of ports that are going to come up are going to take, accelerate, and that's going to be great for India's exports and imports as we move forward.